Welcome everyone, in this video we will see a simple but effective CLI project in Rust. This is more like a mock project because we will have a bigger CLI in the upcoming lessons, but I want to check how can I get arguments from the CLI, how can I do some operations, and then print out something. So very simple concept, let's get started. Let's create a Rust project. We will create a simple CLI because Rust is meant to be used to create CLIs. Sometimes I use it as a backend language, but Rust is optimized for system programming, CLI tools, and something like that. So Rust really shines in this area. We will just scratch the surface today, but I want to focus on how we can create a very simple CLI program in Rust. So to do this, let's start by creating a new project. Typing cargo new, and we can call it live CLI. We step into this folder, and then we can open this with any IDE we want. Okay. Let's check it out. We have a cargo.toml file with all the dependencies. We have a .gitignore, and then we have this src with a main.rs file. Let's open a terminal here, like this. I like this format. Let's start here to run our program. We type cargo run. And this is just a hello world. Okay, let's start from here. So it's working. So let's create this program. So let's create a simple CLI in Rust. We could return just the input of the user. I want to make a simple operation. So this CLI will get a string in input and return the string reversed. Okay, so this CLI will just get an input and give an output. I want to keep it very, very simple because my goal here is to just, the logic of getting the arguments, do something, return the arguments back. That's the goal. So let's remove this println. The first thing that we should do is to import the env module, okay? Because we need to get the command line arguments. We want to get something from the command line. So we use this. It's complaining because we're not using it. Okay. So first thing, I want to go line by line here. I will not use GitHub Copilot here. So first of all, we need to collect the arguments. And we will store them in a vector. If you want a lesson about vectors, there is a lesson about vector. I will put the link below. So let's declare a variable. We'll call this variable args, which is of type vector of strings. And then we have this env args collect. We are collecting from the command line. Okay, now I want to add something else. I want to check if the user has entered a string by checking the number of args. Okay, now you might be surprised because what GitHub Copilot is suggesting is this. If args.len is less than 2, please enter a string. So 1 is not enough. Why? This is because args 0 is actually the name of the program. So the CLI value will be stored on args1, which is the second in these arguments. So if the argument's len is not at least 2, we are going to return. We didn't pass any string. We can even show this error later. And then we can store the string in a variable. We will call this input. So we can make it mutable. In this case, it doesn't matter, like this. So args1, and then we can reverse the string. And this is super easy. We will use just a function. We can define this let reversed input, which is this variable, dot charts, and then we use a method of charts, which is .rev. Rev actually reverses a string. And then we collect it, and then here in the reversed, we actually have the reversed string. Okay, and now here we can print the reverse string. Okay, so this is the super simple CLI program. So first of all, let's try to type cargo run. So cargo run. We are getting a warning because we are not mutating the input. The compiler is very annoying. In this case, I want to make the compiler header. Let's remove the immutable reference, but you can already see here, please enter a string. So if we type just cargo run, we are going here on line 17. Okay, if we want to actually see the reversed string, we can type cargo run, and for example, my name, Francesco. And in this case, you see here the reverse string oxec_narf. Do you know your name in reverse? I knew my name in reverse. So this was not a surprise. So this was just a super simple example of how you can create a Rust CLI. And Rust is very powerful because we could create a executable file that does this. And of course, we could get this in input, asking this to the user. We will see a bigger CLI project in the next lesson. So this was just the warm-up for a bigger project that we will see soon. I hope that everything was clear. If you have any questions, just drop them below, write your reversed name below, and see you in the next video. Bye.